Hey guys, I hope you all have received your background verification mail of Tech Mahindra from the third party, and you have to submit all the documents to them and they will verify you if you are eligible or your background is clean or not. So you have to submit all these documents to the same mail from which you have received this mail. Okay, the first document is your candidate application form attached with photograph, self-assessment, and you have to attach that. The second is your background verification consent form which they have attached in this mail. You have to just write with your hands and in a white paper. And the third is CVC format. This one is also they have provided with this mail, and you have to fill that detail. The gap reason, it is also attached with your, you have to just fill. So what you can do is, if you have a 10th and 11th, between them there will be gap, then you have to mention that. Or if you have gap between 12th or engineering, you have to mention that. And if you have gap between 2024 and 2025, means if you have previously you haven't worked anywhere, means you are graduating in 2024 and you are joining 2025, so you have to write something like, if you are doing job then you have to write job, otherwise you can upskilling your skills, or you are doing searching for job, and whatever you can, it will doesn't affect anything. They are just third party, so they will but just require some data what you were doing before. Okay, after that, your passport copy, your PAN card, your Aadhaar card, or educational docs which will include your graduation, post graduation. If you have done post graduation, then each semester marks, or consolidated mark sheet or certificate, whichever you are applicable to give, then you can. A consolidated mark sheet is in which your all semester marks are in the same page, or a percentage along with that. Employment doc is that if you have worked previously somewhere else, you have to provide any things to prove that you are working there, like experience letter, offer letter, pay slip, or resignation acceptance letter. Whatever you have, you can give them. Okay, so let's move how will you fill these forms. The first thing is CVC form. In this CVC format, there is nothing to do. The first thing is employee ID. If you haven't received yet, then leave it, because you will receive day before joining. The second is your full name, that is your whatever is your name, you have to write it full, and date of joining on which you are joining. Base sector is IT, they have already written. Gender will be your male or female. Nationality Indian, and whatever you are. Date of birth will be your date of birth. Father's full name, your complete address with pin code, or where you have given your address, from which to which date you are living there. Okay, the next is background verification consent form, in which you have to write in a white paper with your hands and sign, and the date on which you are giving this. Just that's it. You have to just copy paste everything and modify wherever it is needed. The second is your gap. If you have any gap between your engineering and 12th, then you can give. If you have gap between any higher means 10th or 12th, you can give. Or if you have gap between 2024, like if you are passing in 2024 and you are joining in 2025, so you can have to write the gap what you are doing this, like you are doing job, you are searching for any job, or you are upskilling your concepts and all. So these can you write. Okay, and the gap reason you have to fill here. Date from which to which you have done this, means before, if you have no gaps, but you are still joining in this, means you have your 2025 batch, and there will be no gap because you have passed out in 2025 and you are joining now, then you don't need to write this, just leave it. The next is Tech Mahindra application. It is so easy. You can just have to fill the form. Name, your father's name, your mother's name, date of birth, place of birth, marital status. If you are single, then write single. You have to attach one photo here. Nationality, and the passport number. Passport place means place issue, where from where you have issue your passport, and the date of passport. PP is guys passport. Okay, passport issue date and the date of expiry. If you have not passport and you have applied, then you have to take yes, otherwise no. If you have applied for passport, then you have to write your application number or date of application. And if you have any time applied for visa and it get refused or denied, then you have to select yes, otherwise no. If you have select yes, then you have to fill this, and then write your present address, your permanent address. After that, if your relative is working in Tech Mahindra, then yes, otherwise no. And if you're working, then you have to provide all the relationship and which Mahindra group company. After that, your education in matriculation, like in which school you are, school or college you have completed, name of the degree like 10th, 12th or graduation, and this from which to which duration, and specialization like in 12th you have PCM, PCB, whatever you have, and the percentage you get. After that, if you have any worked anywhere, then you have to write your professional references, means on which position you were working, your email ID and mobile number, name, nature of association and all. And then it's a general, have you ever applied for job with the Mahindra group in last 6 months? So if you have applied, then yes, otherwise no. And if you have applied, then which company of Mahindra group and for what position, and date of application or reason for not joining. Okay, salary expected and joining date, means for that if you have applied in Tech Mahindra, otherwise leave it. And if you have any additional information you feel relevant to your candidature, then you can write, otherwise leave. And declaration, signature of applicant, date, and from where you have given this application form. Like currently I am in Jharkhand, so I will write Daltonganj, Jharkhand. That's it, guys. So if you have any issue or problem, do comment down below. And it's not compulsory that they have only provided 24 hours, then after that you can't send them back. Try to give them in between the 24 hours, but if you are unable to provide that documents, then you can also provide whenever you get time. Okay, before joining, I mean the day, one day you can take or 2 day take. Okay, after that, if you have any issue, just comment down below. And that's it.